Tesla has three different type of methods of entry into the car that I'm currently aware of. I hope that in the future they eventually do a face recognition, but this is a first class problem anyways. The classic method which most people use is their phone. All right? Your phone is the key, and that's what you use to get into the car. That's it. They give you, when you buy a Tesla, two other cars. They give you this, and you swipe it by the pillar of the door in between the driver's door and the passenger door of the back to swipe it. You could give this to valet if you have a valet anywhere, whatever it is. That's what I used to use when I would drive the car to shul on Erev Shabbos. This is what I used to use. Now it's annoying because you need to manually swipe it. Look, like I said, it's a first class problem. However, recently we got this in the mail. This is a key, believe it or not. It's pretty cool. And it works. You walk up to the car, it automatically unlocks. You walk away, it automatically locks. If you don't want to use your phone, this is what I use now when I go to shul. There's actually three buttons on this. If you double click on this, then it opens the trunk, which is pretty neat. You double click again, it just closes up shop. You can see the trunk going up and down. And the front could open the front of the trunk, and the middle could unlock the car, lock it if you're further away, or could even open the charge port, which really you don't need to anyways, because there's buttons on all the Tesla chargers to open it, which is a lot of fun using actually. The question becomes though, is this key, would this have a difference in halacha than this key in terms of being muksa on Shabbos or not? This is battery operated. They actually said on the website it's not going to come with batteries, but it actually came with the batteries a little weak. I bought a 10 pack anyways. They're like $4 for 10 of these batteries. It was dirt cheap. But I switched it just in case because I don't know. I thought it was a little whatever, not so strong maybe. So I switched it. But this is a battery. You could open up the back of it and you get a battery in it. So this for sure is like a regular key fob. This is a regular key fob that most people use. I mean, the older cars have the old-fashioned key. We're keyless in our family. We don't have any keys. We got combination codes. It's much easier that way. But I got this because also sometimes, like one out of every 15, 20 times, the car might delay with interacting with your phone, unlocking and unlocking. It's just annoying. And I wanted to get this anyways for Shabbos. Plus, we had a credit of $500 that we were able to spend for free because we referred someone to a Tesla. Shout out to my sister. But so the point is that what is that that's the story with this guy. So this is a regular key fob that most people have nowadays. I mean, it looks like a toy car, which is pretty neat, but it's essentially regular key fob, so there's no question over there. The question is, would this be any different? So I think that it would have a status of muksa. And I mean, there's a price difference. This guy's like 175 plus tax. This is like 30 or something, much cheaper. But I don't think that it would have a halachic difference. I think that at the end of the day, if someone would lose this, it's still something that like has a little bit of value to it, and therefore it would be under the category of muksa machmas chesron kiss, which is called in the terminology of muksa. By the halachas of muksa, there's different categories of muksa. So probably in the category of muksa because it would be like a financial loss. So Rav Harfinis in his Shilas and Chuvas discusses keys in general. He discusses car keys and a lot of other things as well. You could take a look at Rav Harfinis' Chuvas in the Chelik Gimel. Take a look, like Simonim Kuf Tes Vav to around Kuf Ches over there. He has a lot of chuvas about this, and they talk about it. Take a look at the Piskei Chuvas. Also, he talks about all of this stuff. Piskei Chuvas and Simin Shin Ches. All of this is discussed over there at length. And, passports, um, IDs, etc. It's all Muchsa, Machmas, Chesron, Kiss, which basically means financial loss. And therefore, what we have to know is that for Muksa, Machmas, Chesron, Kiss, it's going to be a problem to move them on Shabbos. All right, so that's basically what you have to know. right? So it would probably be the same exact halacha. That's what I'm assuming. All right. Now, a cell phone also would be muksa machmas chesron kiss. Also, and additionally, it might be also klitsch malachta leisser, which would even make it more problem. There's a lot of discussion if you're just using the phone as an alarm clock. We're talking about phones and using the key for the car. So, but anyways, so that's basically the story. That's what it comes down to. I'll just share a few extra things. Is that I think it's the same, same halacha. Um, the a few reasons why muksa is a problem. The Rambam writes in Hilchos Shabbos in Parachav Daled, halachas Yud Beis Yud Gimel. It's similar to why we walk and talk differently on Shabbos. Muksa attempts to make Shabbos different than a regular weekday. We shouldn't be spending Shabbos reorganizing all the items in our house, etc. Another reason is if we're going to move items that are prohibited, you might inadvertently use those items. You could touch them, but you can't move them, lest you come to use them. Reason number three why muktzah is a problem. Some people don't work. If it's going to be permissible to talk, walk, and move items on Shabbos, like during the week, then it wouldn't be recognizable difference between Shabbos and the week for those types of people. The Ravid says, reason four, it's prohibited to move items lest someone carry it in a place without an Erev. So that's another interesting reason as well. The Chayyim says the prohibition of muktzah comes from the mon, which need to be prepared mentally or physically so it could be moved. Ozvahadar Mishabru explains that there is a halacha that someone has to rest from strenuous activities, malacha, which is included in the Torah's commandment of tishbos, to stop. Reason number seven, Nehemiah made a decree of muksa because the people during his generation would belittle the halachas of Shabbos, Hilchos Shabbos. So that is the idea. Muksa machmas chesron kiss. You want to be careful. You're careful about something that costs money. You don't want to move it. You don't want to ruin it. So I don't think that it would be worse than a knife for Mila. I don't know how much those goes for, but that would be muksa machmas chesron kiss. So I don't think this key card would be any worse, even the flat one. So that's basically the story over here. And I think there's not much more that needs to be said. Just I was just doing some thinking. That's what I thought about. So anyway, everyone should like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day and watch all the videos on this channel. Keep up the good work.